So, if you have used any AI coding agent for more than 15 minutes on a real project, you already know the pain. The agent starts strong. The first few responses are clean, the code makes sense, and then somewhere around turn 10 or 12, things fall apart. It forgets what it already built. It starts duplicating logic. It changes files it should not touch. And before you know it, you are spending more time fixing the agent's mistakes than actually building your feature. GSD, or Get Shit Done, is an open-source workflow system that fixes this problem. Currently sits at over 47,000 stars on GitHub, and it is growing fast. So what GSD actually does is it sits on top of your existing coding agent. It is not a new IDE. It is not a new model. It is a context engineering layer. You install it, and it gives your agent a structured process to follow, instead of just dumping everything into one giant prompt and hoping for the best. And the tool now supports a bunch of different runtimes: Claude Code, Codex, Gemini CLI, Copilot, Cursor, Windsurf, and Google Antigravity. Antigravity is Google's agent-first IDE. It launched in late 2025 alongside the Gemini 3 release. It is basically a modified fork of VS Code, but with a very different philosophy. It supports Gemini 3 Pro, Claude Sonnet, and GPT models. Now, the interesting part is that Antigravity already has its own built-in planning and execution flow. Agents create artifacts like task plans, implementation plans, and screenshots, but GSD takes that further. It adds a much more structured and opinionated layer on top, specifically designed to keep context fresh across long multi-phase projects. So even though Antigravity has good agent capabilities on its own, pairing it with GSD gives you a repeatable process that prevents the quality from degrading as the project gets bigger. Alright, so to install this, run this npx command in your terminal. The installer will ask you two things. First, which runtime you want. You pick Antigravity from the list. And second, whether you want a global install or a local install. Global means it applies to all your projects. Local means just the current folder. Once it is done, you can verify the installation by typing /gsd:/help inside Antigravity, and it should show you all available commands. If you want to do it non-interactively, say for a script or Docker setup, you can run this command and it will skip all the prompts. Pretty clean. The /gsd map codebase. If you already have an existing project with code in it, this is always where you should start. What it does is it spawns multiple agents in parallel to analyze your entire codebase. It looks at your architecture, your tech stack, your naming conventions, your folder structure, and even your pain points. The output becomes a reference that GSD loads into every future step. So when you later ask GSD to plan a new feature, it already knows how your project is organized. It knows what patterns you follow. It knows what dependencies you use. This prevents that really common problem where the AI agent starts writing code that clashes with what already exists. When you run this command, it takes a little bit because it is running parallel analysis agents. When it finishes, it stores the analysis files in a .planning folder. And from now on, every GSD command has context about how this project works, and the /GSD new project. This is how you kick off a brand new project or a new milestone for an existing one. When you run it, GSD starts by asking you questions about what you want to build. Goals, constraints, tech preferences, edge cases. It keeps asking until it feels like it has a complete picture. Then it optionally spawns research agents to investigate the domain. After that, it extracts your requirements and separates them into what is version 1, what is version 2, and what is out of scope. And finally, it generates a roadmap with phases mapped to those requirements. The files it creates are project.md, requirements.md, roadmap.md, and state.md. These are all stored in the .planning folder, and this is your project memory. Every step from here reads from these files, so the agent always has the right context loaded. After new project, the next step for each phase is /GSD discuss phase. You pass it the phase number. So for phase 1, it would be /GSD discuss phase 1. This step is about surfacing all the gray areas before any planning or coding happens. If you are building a user interface, it asks about layout, spacing, interactions, empty states. The output goes into a context.md file that feeds directly into planning and research. Next, you run /GSD plan phase, again with the phase number. This is where GSD does domain research, creates small atomic task plans, and then verifies those plans against your requirements. The plans are formatted in XML, and they are deliberately small, small enough to fit inside a fresh context window. And that is the entire trick. You are no longer asking the agent to remember your whole product conversation while also implementing task 12 out of 20. There is also a concept of vertical slices here. Instead of splitting work by horizontal layers like do all the database stuff first, then all the API stuff, then all the front end, GSD prefers end-to-end slices. Build the login feature completely, then build the settings page completely. This reduces merge conflicts and keeps each agent focused on a meaningful outcome rather than an abstract layer. After execution, you run /GSD:verify work, and honestly, I think this is one of the most underrated parts of the whole system. Most AI coding tools stop caring once the code compiles or tests pass, but we all know that is not enough. A feature can pass every unit test and still be completely broken from a user perspective, so GSD extracts testable deliverables from your plans and walks you through them one by one. So verification is not an afterthought, it is built into the loop. Now let me talk about how GSD compares to some of the other tools in this space, because people always ask about this. BMAD, which stands for Breakthrough Method of Agile AI-Driven Development, simulates a full Agile team. It has AI personas for product manager, architect, scrum master, developer, QA. It is thorough and well-structured, but it comes with a lot of overhead. It works best for large enterprise greenfield projects where you need that level of structure. Spec-it from GitHub focuses on being a lightweight specification toolkit. You write specs up front and then hand them to your coding agent. It is simpler than BMAD, but it does not handle execution or verification. It is more about getting your requirements clean before you start. Useful, but it does not manage the full lifecycle. GSD sits in between. It gives you structure without the enterprise overhead. The discuss, plan, execute, verify loop is opinionated, but not bureaucratic. It handles the full lifecycle from idea to pull request. And the context isolation through wave-based execution is something the other tools do not really have. Other tools make things more complicated than they need to be. But for solo developers and indie hackers, GSD's approach is clearly the more practical option. So if you are building anything bigger than a quick bug fix or a tiny script, GSD is worth trying. The context rot problem is real. Anyone who has tried to build a multi-page app or a complex API with an AI agent knows the quality falls off a cliff after a while. GSD's approach of breaking work into small isolated chunks with fresh context windows directly addresses that. And the verification step alone saves you a ton of time because it catches issues the agent would otherwise ignore. But there are some things to keep in mind. For small tasks, the full workflow is overkill. If you just need to rename a variable or fix a typo, just ask your agent directly. Do not run a whole discuss, plan, execute cycle for that. GSD even has the quick command for these situations. The token cost is another thing to consider. GSD spawns multiple sub-agents during planning and execution. If you are using expensive models, that adds up. With Antigravity being free during the preview and having generous rate limits on Gemini 3 Pro, that cost concern is lower. But if you are using Claude Code or other paid models, keep an eye on your usage. And finally, GSD is a terminal-first workflow. There is no visual dashboard. There is no drag-and-drop interface. You type commands and read markdown files. If you are comfortable in a terminal, that is fine. If you prefer graphical tools, there is definitely a learning curve. If you want to try it, the repo is at github.com/gsd-build/getshitdone. Install with npx getshitdone.cc at latest. Pick Antigravity or whatever runtime you use. Run map codebase on an existing project or new project for a fresh start, and go from there. Alright, so that's it from the video, and I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please like this video and subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you in the next video.